Okay, we're here. Just go ahead and fill that up real quick. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. Today is the viewer suggestions. We will be doing some doodling in the Aggie.io software. I am also in the Discord if people would like to come hang out. And yes, Mr. Apples, welcome. Suggestions are open today. So that is the goal for the day. We'll be doodly-doddling and doing whatever we can here to get some sweet art going. Let me get my drink put away real quick. Okay. All right, here we go. Bam. Welcome, Jude. Welcome, Jonas. Welcome, Brian. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, Sierra. Oh, I gotta warm up. Gotta warm up. Gotta get things going. I hear beeping and booping. I hope I'm in the right chat, but I don't see anybody talking. So. Any luck? It's always weird when your computer starts crashing. I had some issues with that a few months back. Still not up to 100%, but you know, that's something you just got to deal with sometimes. Mr. Apples would like Mr. Apple Pie, a cyberpunk themed pixie or dryad, either one if you can make it work. Cyberpunk, huh? I feel like there's a cyberpunk aesthetic currently that is basically just people but with lines on them. I feel like that's the way things are headed. Ghost in the Shell's been doing that for years, so it's not like a new thing. But yeah. Apparently I draw the Borderlands helmet all the time. Which, to be fair, I think I actually draw someone else's helmet that he might have designed the Borderland helmet. So that's very possible. But yeah, my eraser is really weird today. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see what's going on here. Nope, my density's just turned down too much. Gotta bump that up. Gotta bump it up. What the super chat isn't working? The super chat isn't working. What? Let me take a look at this. Oh, that's weird. Oh, because this isn't a public video. There we go. Everybody should be able to see it now. How's that? We'll see how that goes. Because the last video, last week I unlisted all of the old videos and put them into a playlist. So that that way we can basically, I think I'll go 2 weeks and then I'll add the previous week. Every other week will get cataloged to the playlist so it doesn't fill up our screen. Because I think people are not being able to find the Why You Should Play series, which is kind of the main focus of my channel currently. So I want to make sure people can see those. And I found a few of those that weren't even on the playlist. So if you haven't checked out the playlist in a while, you know, maybe check that out. The Why You Should Play playlist, because there might be a few videos on there you haven't seen. So there's 20 bucks. All right, I gotta do 20 push-ups. Oh, I gotta do 40 push-ups because it is still double time since we're still only doing half the streams I'd like to be doing. The Man of No Plan Land, a giant madcap, as in like built kind of like at work or something. Isn't a madcap a mushroom? Or am I wrong in that? Is madcap a thing? Let's take a look. Let's do some push-ups. An enraged Tianti. I like that. We're going to have to write these down. But first, push-ups. Because push-ups are important. Oh, I stepped in cat yak. Come on. 26, 29, 30. 40. Okay, we did it. Alright, back to the things. Let's get a list going. See what we got. So we have... Let's get... So we got a cyberpunk dryad. We have a corrupted celestial. I feel like we've drawn that a few times. Let's do the Lofty. I think that one's better. And a giant madcap, which I think needs to go before that one, but that's fine. No, you requested the other one first. So we'll do the madcap. A second. Okay, here we go. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Is the stream still going? Or did it just break? Okay. That's good. I accidentally clicked away from the tab, and now I don't know what's going on. Everything's gone pear-shaped. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how it goes. Well, that's... Whoa, that's so cool. What are you doing? Alright, we're back. Everything's changed. That's some pretty dope line work. Alright. Cyberpunk. Dryad. Pixie thing. I'm on board for this. I don't know how I'm going to draw it because I'm not warmed up yet. Gotta get a few different shapes in here. I'm taking the space I normally take, which is up top. Dude, go wherever you want. Or are you mad because Brian took your spot? Dude, don't worry about it. Get a spot that's no one was drawn and take it. That's exciting. How'd it go? That's great. That's good to hear. That's exciting. You rarely do, as a DM, do you get to do your actual plan. Oh, I'm sure you did. You just planned them ups? Gotcha. Yeah, I think early is good. But man, I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just drawing faces apparently. A humanoid bone whelk. I don't know if I know what that is. Might have looked that up. Oh. What, is it bad? Well, someone suggested it. Do I have to... Is it inappropriate? Jesus. The thing we're talking about. Okay. Is Jonas just, like, gaslighting me right now? Or... Jiminy Christmas. It's too early to be doing this. That is pretty cool looking. Okay, it's a giant slug. We can work with something like that. Alright, Pixie. Back to Pixie. I kind of want to just do, like, the bust. I might just do the bust. I'm going to... Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to unpack with that one. No, that's not how shoulders do. Let's do... Whoops. Just give the color back. Yeah, all of this is just warm up. So some good ones. Some challenging ones today. Let's see. We've got... Currently, we're working on a Cyberpunk Dryad. A... giant mad cap, an enraged Yuan-Ti, and a bone whelk is what we're working on. So I had to look it up. It looks like it's a giant sea snail that has dead people on its back. That's the best. That's the best description I could figure out. That's no good. I sent a whole bunch of my... I sent my party at a whole bunch of, like, baby green dragons. I think they were green dragons. They might have been brass dragons. Either way, they had a sleep breath. I thought that was pretty great. It's probably brass. Method? Is that what you're trying to say? Process you're using. Nice. Okay. So you just kind of flavored it the way you wanted. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. The Xanathor's Guide. Loose. A Jaguar featured satyr. That's a lot of things going on right there. Gotcha. That's cool. Hey, that happens, you know. That sucks. Ooh, yeah, because he was unconscious. How does... Actually, I don't know how 5e works on that. Do you get auto crits if they're helpless? I think you get auto crits, right? Within 5 feet range. You're right, that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, it would work the same way. So if someone was taking a ranged shot at them, we were talking about that. I was talking to one of my DM friends about that. There's a right. We were talking about Gotcha. I see. And now that's interesting. If you're doing the charge, I don't know if I would have allowed the crit because they no, it started 5 feet. That's fair. No, that's good. I think that was good. Yeah, you're right. No, I think you're absolutely right. We were talking about there's an issue with basically if you're shooting at someone who is concealed within darkness, where does the advantage go? Because you're shooting at someone who you can't see. Yep. Oh, that's right. Please let me talk. Please let me talk. So the setup is that if they are in darkness, they are blind. They're counted as blind. So anybody that's attacking you gets advantage. But if you're shooting into darkness, you're technically blind, so you get disadvantage. And so it kind of counters itself out. But how does that work with like obscuring mist? Because technically, like, we're concealed, but then it equals out exactly the same because you both get and lose advantage. And I think that's kind of a problem where the system gets a little too simplistic. And we eventually agreed to go back to Pathfinder rules to give like a slight bonus and disadvantage instead of just doing it like that. I don't know how other people dealt with things like obscuring mist and ranged attacks. Yep. Right. That's kind of what we figured out too with getting the cover versus the blind. But well, so the book states that things like obscuring mist, anybody attacking in or out of it, or if you're more than 5 feet away, you're considered blind, which then makes that weird situation happen, and that's why it's kind of a weird conundrum. Because I think the cover rules are much better, but then that's contradicting the spell, and it's like ooh. So. No, I have not played Counter-Strike. See, that's an interesting point. That's true. Right, but if you have 40 goblins outside the mist and you cast Obscuring Mist, I think some of those goblins are just going to be wildly shooting into the smoke. Which makes sense to disadvantage, because it's like, oh, they're not really looking at a target, they're just shooting. But then the opposite side is you can't see the arrows coming, so you should technically be at a disadvantage for trying to dodge them. So your AC should drop, which is why Pathfinder, I think what it should do is they should get disadvantage to hit you, but it should go against your flat-footed, which has been removed from D&D. So that would basically just, oh yeah, no, absolutely. This is a theoretical. So that's what we came up with. Was basically they lose their dexterity bonus to AC, which a lot of people don't have. Yeah. So that's the best we came up with, but I think it's not bad. Yep. For that specific situation, I think it's great. Yeah. Flat-footed is basically you are denied your dexterity bonus to your armor class, which in Pathfinder is ubiquitous and additive to your regular armor. So it's basically only taking your physical armor into account. Yeah. Basically, you don't have a reaction time. Yeah. You don't have the ability to dodge. Yep, that's the thing. Like Pathfinder has a great system for doing this, but D&D simplified it so much that it kind of it breaks. The way Pathfinder criticals are supposed to work is if you roll a 20, you automatically hit. You hit. But then you roll again to confirm the bonus damage. And if you don't meet the armor class, then you still hit, but you don't get the critical damage. Yep. It is and that's why the confirmation comes in, because then if you roll a 14, that's not the same as getting the natural 20. You only ever confirm on a natural 20. Yeah, you can still crit on a 14, but if it doesn't hit their armor class, it doesn't count. So that's preventing people from like level 1 characters one shot in Cthulhu. So which. It can if you roll 3 1s or three 20s. Yep, super scary. Yep. I have also killed a player's by rolling 3 1s. That was pretty great. Yep. I think Cthulhu's like a level 35 ECR creature. Yeah. He's for those mythic levels. I dig it. Shenanigans. But yeah. I bet. Morning, gents. Welcome, Jasmine Cosine. Jasmine Cosine, that's a cool name. I like it. Toa, welcome. The suggestion is going to be stupid, as usual, but a wizard with a chow, as it's familiar. Sorry. Like the big dog chow, or... Also, we don't draw pets. Oh, the little chow chow things from Sonic. Gotcha. You know, all you have to do is give him a weird eyeball and some tentacles, and that makes a warlock. Oh, that's interesting. That's a weird choice to get it commissioned, then. Gotcha. Inferno, Jesus. I would suggest, because I have been in that type of situation before, I would ask the player, what are some visual cues that you would tell the party you look like? And then that way you don't have to draw and give away anything, because it should be things that the characters would know. Like specifically hair color, eye color, type of clothes. Hey. Don't let people be edgelords. You know, it's fine. Some people need to be secretive. At the same time, I do highly suggest when I play with people that they don't hide from each other. If you're trying to hide something from all the other players, usually it's not good, because either A, they aren't adult enough to deal with that kind of information. Like, if it's something that's so game breaking you can't share it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. But there's nothing wrong with like holding back personal information about the characters. I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. So bummer. Yeah, as if like the only person that should have secrets is the DM, and I mean that. Oh, bummer. Were you an intruder? That sounds about right. I have had a few games go like that, where someone is like just getting into the game and they're like, "Who are you?" And they're like, "Aha, I'm going to try to rob them." And it's like, "Well, this campaign, it just ended." So I always tell people, whenever the first time they play with me or like get introduced to a group, it's like, have a second idea ready, just in case the introduction doesn't go well. CR3. All right, there's my dryad. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna add some little accents here on the helmet. Give it some neon glow. Ooh, actually, yeah, let's do that. Cyberpunk dryad. So I'm gonna. I wanted to go with like neon moth wings, but I kind of gave up. It's just gonna take a long time, so I'm kind of focused on the other stuff. But that's fun. I like that. I thought it was isn't it a wind elemental, or is it? Or, oh, am I thinking of the other one? Okay. All right, there we go. That's that. That's a great. It's a great snail there, Jonas. It's a pretty good snail. Lots of Fey today. Oh, madcaps are super cool. A madcap was a red cap that was soaked its hat in demon ichor rather than blood. That is awesome. That's a great... super dig that. Okay. Yeah. Demon Slayer Fey. I'm way on board. What have I done to my pen? Oh, I'm on the pencil tool. Whip, whip, whip. Inferno, what is that a picture of? It looks like Cthulhu with a tiny body being held by hentai porn. Oh, it's a GIF. I did. I just see beams of tentacly goo wrapping around Cthulhu. Demonetized instantaneously. Oh, it's been a while. I think we're good. Santhos, have a great day. Thank you. Totally, yeah. If you're taking suggestions, Bugbear Gloomstalker. I like bugbears. And then it looks like Humble. If Humble, you have one. I think that might be our limit for the moment. Got quite a few, but we'll see what happens. Gloomstalker. Stalker. Alright, I gotta draw this madcap. It's supposed to be like a beefy madcap, right? Giant madcap. I don't know if I want to draw a beefy madcap. I mean, it's always fine to just, do the Venom thing. And give it a hat. Guess I could go like Super Todd McFarlane. Am I missing a chat? Oh, I gotcha. I think that's because of the chat. Feels like victim blaming. Don't start a cult. That's all I'm saying. Just don't start a cult. It's fine. Because we don't talk about religion on this channel. Don't talk about politics. Well, you're already trying to make technicalities out of it, and that's kind of defeating the whole purpose of the rule, so... You say no quotes? Oh, no cults. Okay. Yep. Into the ban zone. No, I'm just kidding. You're fine. Yeah, HP. There we go. Nah. Okay, let's do this. Let's go blank. I think I want to do bigger eyes. it just looks dissolved. I don't know if you saw the roof job, but I suggested was 2 suggestions. Oh, I missed your other one. Let me look. We only get 1 though. Let's see. Oh, was it 2? Egyptian themed Satyr Cleric or I missed the or. I'm sorry. So Egyptian themed Satyr Cleric or Path of the Beast Barbarian Halfling with the Jaguar features. I thought you wanted a Egyptian themed Satyr with Jaguar features, and I got real confused. So yeah, we can do one of those. That's fine. Let's go. Themed Cleric. You want to do the Cleric? All right. Or the Halfling Barbarian. I've done a lot of barbarians recently. Let's do the. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. That's fine. Evens. All right, so we're gonna go for the Cleric. Draw Cyborg Crab. I'm so not biased. Why? Cyborg Crab's not D&D. What's going on here? The D&D pod Drawcast. I think I'll write down Cyborg Crab because that sounds funny. But I think that's going to be our limit for a little bit. Oh, absolutely. You could put a mechanical crab in D&D super fast. Isn't that like a stone crab? All right. Oh, absolutely. You know, there's, I guess, for me, the Warforged, once again, are constructs. So if you rip off all their armor plating, I'm totally down with that. It's just like, oh, balls, let's repair that later. Yep. I had a great moment with an Eldritch Knight last week where I challenged a guy to take the spear out of my hand, and it's like, ha! Can't be disarmed! My DM didn't realize that, and he's like, now you're just being a dick. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I was going to say, it's a yeah, if your DM's not enjoying the game, then you're doing something wrong. Say, then you're doing something wrong. It's a collective storytelling tool. Everyone should be involved. Well, then I hope your players like that, but that's not how I like to play the game, so I don't play that way. Push-ups. What was the other thing for Babel? I want to look at this because this looks pretty dope. The CR10. I like it. Both clock tags. It can peel. What's the other one? Is it a... Sorry, I'm looking for something. No, I think that's a, isn't that just a, no. Cloaker? No, cloakers just jump on your face. That's like a manta ray. There's there's a book of horrors for Pathfinder. That I would love to get a copy of, but I don't think it's in production anymore, and I think it's super expensive now. Is it Tome of Horrors? Specifically, oh, the Dark Mantles are so good. I love throwing those at people. Yeah, the Tome of Horrors. $900! Hot damn. Oh, you can get a used one for $200. That book, if you can find a PDF of it, which you should get legitimately. I do not endorse people finding them online. Has some pretty cool stuff in it. Like a cat that follows you home and murders you in your sleep. Possibly. That's the thing. You can't tell. You never know. Okay, so I think apparently I'm just doing portraits today. Today is the very first live stream. Sans cats. They're getting their teeth cleaned. They are going to be grumpy, but no cats today. So no cats yelling in the background, which is interesting. Feels really weird. I'll do too. They'll be back. Definitely not my cat. I heard cats yowling yesterday. I was like, what the hell's going on? And I rush outside, and sure enough, there was some other cat just like sitting in my yard, freaking out, screaming at my cat. And my cat was just sitting there nonplussed, like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of my yard. It was pretty funny to watch. My cat is a chunker. He is huge. Okay, let's get some of these in here, make the tongue look a little longer. Hide your babies! Jesus Christ. That's a great picture, Brian. Okay, there's my demon cap. I'm trying to make him look extra. Let's make him look extra stressed out, because he's got that demon blood, yo. He looks kind of like one of those squid people from, and we'll give him little tiny feet. Bam. There we go. Okay, moving on. You did the Corrupted Celestial, right? And I did the Giant Madcap. Sure. I think that's good. Do we still do the Enraged Yonti, though? I assume it's just a Yonti that's real mad. I got that berserker rage. Do it. Go for it. I'll start working on this bone whelk. No. That's such a tubby cat. There you go. Jonas has got it. I live in someone's head. Welcome. I need to get back to the YouTube chat. Let's see what's going on over there. Umber Hulk Trash Monster. I don't know. How many viewers do we have today? Nice. Nice. Umber Hulk. I like this concept. I don't like this image I've done. I want a snail with a skull on his back, but definitely. Oh, geez, I didn't see that. That looks great. Well, now, because you did a good one, I gotta do a really goofy one. I'm gonna make him real chunky. I don't know what snails look like, which I should, because there's so many of them all over my house. Drive me crazy. I saw this and I got him. I don't. I already got that one. That's pretty good. A raccoon Umber Hulk. What do snails look like? Let's take a look. Big giant boogers. Oh, that one looks real cool. Boing. Boing. There we go. Then we're gonna put like a death's head on its tum-tum. those. You can always use a name generator. Also a good idea. Sometimes I pick food. Sometimes I just name people like Captain Sauerkraut, just to mess with my players. Yep. Yep. Ultimate sandwiches are legit way to go. Man, I can't draw skulls. All right. I have had some weird people name things very strange in some campaigns. Usually when they do stuff like that, I assume they're not really interested in playing and have just checked out. So I hope that wasn't the case. That you just Yeah, they're good. Then you probably don't need to share it, and that's fine. How do we do this? Welk. Bone Welk. Bone Welk. Stupid ants. They did. I'm just looking at different images. Ooh, I like the rib cage. Rib cage is a cool idea. Oh, that looks super cool. That's a great 3D model. I like that. I like that. I'm going to do that. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Jesus Christ, that's a giant snail. I can feed a family of 4. It's like a small turkey. Just slice it up into steaks. You just got your nice slug steaks right there. Butter and wine. I don't like crab or lobster. And I still, every time someone's like, oh, I love that, I'm like, can you eat it without butter? That's my first question. Do you love it without butter? Because if not, then you don't know if you like it. Swobu Chugzug. We had Lars was here last week, and we in the chat, and he yelled at us because he was struggling to come up with names, and then Kevin the Necromancer was just like, so I'm using this name generator to name the guys in my campaign, and he's like, you're using a what now? We're like, oh, Lars, are you not using the name generator? And he got so upset. He's like, why didn't you tell me about this? I'm like, because we just Googled it. We all Googled it. And then Kevin, during a session, decided that he would ask Lars, so what's the foods that's on the table? And Lars just started like trying to pull names of food he knew out of his head. There's a fantasy food name generator as well on the same site. So if you ever need to come up with a fantasy feast, it already exists. That works too. Nobody called me out for drawing a Cubone skull, so whatever. Well, yeah, but nobody picked it up, so I feel bad. Like maybe I didn't do it right. I done killed it. Da, 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 da. So people, the most annoying things to draw are people. And also knife. I don't know. I should know that. That's the thing that I should know, I feel. Yep, that's it. Zul'jin will be avenged. Or Zul'jin. He cut off his own hand, yeah. Correct. And then he refused to let it grow back out of spite. Just to spite the elves. All right, that's that. I think that's a pretty good one. Pretty happy with that. We're moving on to the Bugbear Gloomstalker. Yeah, that's an interesting combo. I kind of like it. Is it? Oh, is that a ranger? Ooh. Gotcha. That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, it changes the damage die. I think that's an interesting concept, though. Might be something to look into. Ace, are you cheating again? Hey, DMs have the final say. I would argue that it's wrong and then take Warcaster. But that's how I am. I like to do that kind of stuff. I discovered I was screwing up some stuff with what was it? Great Weapon Master. Bummed me out because I was using a lance as my weapon because I'm a dragoon. But that's fine. You can take over the podcast if you'd like. I'll hang out. Anyways, sorry. Try not to interrupt each other, especially me, because I'm the only people that can hear. So, Luxodon. I might add that. See if we have time. What time is 11 o'clock. We might be able to do the Luxodon. Anyways, the Dragoon. Yeah, Luxodons. Lances are versatile, but not heavy weapons, so they technically don't get the benefit of the -5 to hit, +10 to damage, which bummed me out. Which is weird, because they feel like a heavy weapon to me, but I also get it, so it's like, my question then became, do I get rid of the feet, or do I just use the first half of it? And that's what we went with. And my DM basically is like, maybe we can find a lance that is heavy sometime. Like, that would be an interesting way to kind of balance it out, is you have to find a heavy lance. I think that's kind of a cool idea. That's like the joust. Those are actually tournament jousting lances, which would be, I think, the opposite of a heavy lance, because they're made out of like really, really light wood, so they do break instead of kill people. But yeah, that's what we came up with, making a heavy lance. So that's a good example of, like, if you see that something's wrong, there's still ways to make it interesting in the game without just being like, oh, we'll just let it slide. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. Ace, you should watch out. There might be a bunch of rogues with long swords coming after you guys now. Backstab! Backstab! That's probably what happened. Like, oh, you want to allow that to be a finesse weapon? Sounds good. Stab, 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 stab. That was the joke. That's alright. That was the joke. Yeah, I mean, what's the damage dice of a rapier? Isn't that? Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. The difference is that you can't all of a sudden two-hand a rapier to make it more effective. So. Ooh, yeah, you might be right with that. But a rapier should be able to do slashing damage, I think. Interesting. Actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would assume that like a rapier would be pretty hard to. Yeah. Which that could be an interesting mechanic versus versus it being like a finesse weapon. It just like has bonus to hit against unarmed or unarmored opponents. That could be kind of cool. Just attacking somebody with like a garden rake. Ah! I hate this. Rapier just has just enough room in one hand. It's more of a offensive weapon. Final Fantasy has heavy lances. Exactly, Helbin. If you're a dragoon, you need a heavy lance. That's all I'm saying. Man, lightning from Diablo 2. Yeah. I believe it's... There's a final blah 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 blah. Diablo 2 had lightning magic, which always rolled 1 to X number. And it only ever leveled up the maximum. And I always remember the RNG was not super great, so you would like run into a room and just start at max level, like casting chain lightning, hitting everything in the room for like 4 damage, 5 damage, 6 to 900 damage, and you're just like, okay, I just gotta cast it enough until everything explodes, and just hope for the best. Yeah, basically. I mean, it was all a spam game. Well, yeah, it was designed that way. Or are you talking about just bad RNG? Gotcha. So there is a thing. Is it a Darkstalker? Is that what I'm thinking of? It's like a cloaked. It's a Pathfinder thing. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Darkstalkers is pretty cool. That's kind of what I was thinking about for this guy. I was kind of thinking it was a ranger class that was like imitating that. Nope. That's probably easier since it was, I'm guessing, less than 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago? I think I do remember what my first one was. Yeah, I have no idea what my character's name was. He was a halfling rogue. I guess he was a thief. Or whatever. Call me old man. I feel like there's more of a story there that we don't have time for. Oh, so it actually was an accident. All right. Ta-da! That's my dude. Egyptian cleric. Ooh, Egyptian cleric. That's gonna be cool. I don't know. Yeah, someone wanted to. I guess if someone wanted to spend their fireball spell to light a fire, that's a pretty hefty cost for a fire. So maybe it's worth letting it happen. But Krieger gem cutter. I did not expect that response from from Jonas. Yeah. Wow. That sounds like a nice evil campaign to go on. Except he just wants a slave army. Yeah, but I don't know about that. I just have a problem with crafting more living creatures into the world as a goal. Stargate. Oh, hell yeah. The Stargate armor is super dope, and I think that would make a perfect cleric. Let's see if I can draw it. Welcome, welcome. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, so body. Ooh, that was some weird lag. Yeah, I think Jonas did it earlier. We also did we actually did both. We did the giant madcap and the, oh wait, no, that was a different one. The Ray Gianti is already a go. I think that was Corvus's that I was thinking about. Draw an angry snake person. Oh! Mm-hmm. It doesn't actually exist because basically it's the reason that everybody uses the glaive instead of the lance or the spear. Gotcha. Yeah, in 5th edition. It is 5th edition. Yeah, but it really, yeah, it's not a problem to like homebrew it. It's easy enough. It's just making a spear or a lance with the heavy thing, but just it kind of, it doesn't make sense to me thematically. But also, like, Polearm Master doesn't include lances, which is also weird because I think no, and I think it's a Final Fantasy thing. I think Final Fantasy is the the culprit. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's great if you have a mount, but I just dual wield it because Dragoons need a good lance. I think it's great. Really, I'm just looking for like an oversized spear. Just fine. Do these things have eyes? They do. I'm trying an Egyptian-based cleric. Nope. It doesn't matter. I'm covering them up with giant Stargate armor. So good. The original movie had Snake Plissken in it, right? Oh no, what's his name? Help me out. Yeah. Who also did all the Escape from New York, Escape from LA. Yeah, Snake Plissken, the namesake of Cardboard Box Snake. What was it, Big Trouble Little Chinatown? It's the same character, right? Yeah. That's classic. That's a great. That was me. I did do that. Oh, in the chat. Yep, I agree with Zephyr. Super good. Everything about that. The TV series was great. Like, I'm surprised how well it did for such like a weird like off the cuff movie. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to like it. It's totally fine. Don't have to like everything. Just let me have a reason. Sure. Some can. All right, I think that's about good there. Okay. Such good design. I love it. That would be a fun prop to have. The horse. How much? $65,000. I guess $6,500. But still, Jiminy Christmas. Dear Adam Savage. Can you help me make one of these out of cardboard? I would love that. So good. Alrighty. I don't know, it looks so cool in that drawing. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I really don't like all of this, so I might just erase this. But I like where this is at. I think this is a good starting point for a cleric. It's because it's hot. You never know. That's a good point. Okay. That's a good point. All right, Cyborg Crab and an Umber Hulk. Those are the last two I think we got today. I feel like I accidentally turned this into Bowinkle. We'll come back to it maybe. All right, Cyborg Crab. Have you seen the? Oh, so good. The Anubis has a skin on League of Legends that is a Stargate skin, which I thought was pretty great. All right, let's draw this Warforged crab. Oop, nope, I'm drawing a scorpion. That's not what I want. Pretty sure they're all just. I'm pretty sure they're all hollow. I think they're all made out of like vacuum form plastic, if I remember right. Just like you would a stormtrooper helmet. Yeah, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. Did your request get skipped? Let's take a look. What was your... Oh, Kobold. I did miss it. How's that? Let's look here. Kobold that wears armor made of city ruins, bricks, shingles, etc. Saw that. I assume that if you were wearing armor made out of brick, you would... you'd either get strong enough to wear it or not put it on to begin with. That's not how crabs do. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna make this look more cyberpunky. I guess I don't need to make it look more cyberpunk. I just need to make it look more robotic. Yeah, there we go. Bless you. It looks like a... Is that a broodling? Or whatever the hell they're called? Is that a Protoss broodling? Oh, that's a good cyber crab. See, okay, that's what I did wrong. I put the legs too high. The legs should be underneath the body. Reference is good. Good to have. I have to do a kobold, and we have to do the Umber Hulk. So we have 2 left, and then we're going to call it. Let's see if we can get some cool spaces in here. Crabs are gonna give him like a little clampy bit here. It's like a vice grip claw. And then this hand is, I don't know, little tiny hand. The crushy crushy and the grabby grabby bits. It's like a vice grip and a pair of pliers. Ooh, even cooler idea. Get the little legs in here. I like that. That's a good reference. Let's give him like a big old laser claw. Made out of plasma. Didn't watch Atlantis then. Atlantis definitely had a... We'll give it some tentacles too, because why not? So there's just like an AI, rogue AI floating around in Atlantis somewhere. Or there's just one person riding around inside of it. Wow, that's such a good design. I love it. And just like weird googly eyes. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the... Nah, I want to do this. I want to make the eyes more pronounced. Yeah, we'll put like a little bit of blue, a little bit of robot blue in here. Blue, 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 blue. Like so, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's that? I should know what that means, but I do not know what that means. What? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Is that what you're talking about? Why do I feel like I... Man, what am I missing? Why don't I know this? Oh my goodness, I haven't seen this yet. How have I not seen this one? No. I thought I had too. Apparently not.
Oh.
No, that's the worst one. That's a good one. That's one I own.
Kiki's forever.
Oh, that's super good. Good? I actually haven't seen that one either, I don't think.
Whisper of the Heart is pretty good too.
It's pretty funny. Never lend somebody a movie you expect to get back.
Yeah, never loan anything that you don't expect to never get back.
I'm gonna give him a broken Zelda pot for armor. Well, seeing as I've lost the plot completely for this live stream, I think we're going to call it. And I need to finish up this kobold, but I think I'm just about there. It's a little early. I gotta finish the kobold first. I want to finish the kobold, but I think we're about done. So wrapping up. People can keep talking about Ghibli films. It's great. It's topical. I don't have much to add to it. Princess Mononoke is great. I love the derp forest spirit. It's got all his horns and stuff, and then it's just like, mwah. Oh no, that movie is super like hyper violent. I'm slowly shortening mine up because of second edition Pathfinder. It was 15 minutes long. Oh, is that the one with my art in it? Is that what you're talking about? I think it. Yeah. Oh, I gave him permission. Like, I messaged him one day. Oh, yeah. He did, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's see how... Oh no, that's a bummer. Mistakes were made. It happens. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna give him like a potted plant on his head here. I think that's... I'm gonna go with a potted plant. Give it like a ficus or something. A little fuzzy fern. You ever seen one of those cactuses that looks like a fern? What's that? It's like an aloe vera plant. Man, if you don't know what an aloe vera plant is, I don't know how I can't help you anymore. Like, that's it. If you don't know what an aloe vera cactus is, well, you know, I can't help. Alright, I think that's where we're going to call it. I think that's good. I wanted to give him like a scorpion tail that he found. I thought that would be kind of cool. Taped to a stick. Yeah. There we go. We got a garbage kobold. I'm gonna strap this to his head. That feels like it needs to be taped on there. There we have it. We did it. We got through the list. Great job, everybody, today. Yeah. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go take a quick resty poo and get some lunch, and then start working on videos again, which is gonna be awesome. Title card, absolutely. Let's switch to the title card. Let's see what else we got going on this week. Tomorrow's episode will be probably a little later in the day, but not too much. I might around 11 or 12, so maybe an hour late. And then Friday will be at night again, and that will be the free draw. So Friday night will be a late free draw. And we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. We'll try to get some videos out this week, which will be a lot of fun. I got some new stickers. I can probably post those in the chat later, show people those off. I think I'm going to wait to put them in the store until after they go out to the Patreon. So after I send them out to the Patreons next month or the month after, I think it's next month. We can do it next month. That's fine. And then I'll put the rest of them up in the store if people want copies or want to get their own stickers. If you don't have a link to the YouTube store, well, it's not the YouTube store. It's my store, not the specifically. You can go to Rookzer0.com and check that out. So, other than that, be happy, be healthy, have fun out there, and keep your dice on the table, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Title screen.